Welcome, friends. We are making a super simple rustic dish today, and that is a bruschetta. You're going to need tomatoes for this. You're going to need bread. You're going to need some spices, but the tomato is the main part of the show, as with many Italian dishes. We're going to start by chopping off the tomato, and now you can leave the seeds in. You could take them out. Really, the seeds do not add anything to this recipe. What you will find is that if you leave the seeds in, it's a much juicier bruschetta than if you were to take them out. So it really depends upon how much time you have to dedicate to this project. We're just going to be chopping up the tomato into bite-sized pieces. You can leave it more big or small, whatever you want to do. What we're going to be doing with this tomato is we're going to be seasoning it well. So I want you to salt the tomato, like more than you think that you should salt it. You're going to actually question this and you're going to say, but Victoria, should be salting it that much? Yes, you should. Because the salt adds flavor and brings out the flavor of the tomato. So I like to add some Italian spices in general. I like to add salt. And there is this magical ingredient I'm going to show you in a second, and we are going to add that as well. Now, you can add balsamic vinegar if you want. I find that it tends to get too runny for this. I save my balsamic for something like a marinara where it's going to add a little bit of depth of flavor. Instead, you can, like I said, figure out what you have at home, and we're going to add a couple things to it. Now, while you're chopping, this is a good time to see if you have fresh basil, because fresh basil is really amazing in this. You just top it, and it's wonderful. If you don't have fresh basil, that's cool too. But here we've chopped up all of our wonderful tomatoes, and I just love all the colors of the season. And here's our nanapillas. And I actually add this not only to the bowl while I'm mixing it, but I also add it at the end. So here we have some mozzarella balls. You don't need to add mozzarella to your bruschetta, but I do because life is short and hello, I like simple pleasures, including eating good food. So here we have some mozzarella balls chopped up. I also have other mozzarella you'll see in a second. Take whatever you have in your fridge. And here I just have a baguette, so a baguette it is. If you have sourdough starter and you make sourdough, whip out the starter, make some sourdough. You can just add olive oil if you like, or you can, this is a pro ninja move. Remember that garlic, the roasted garlic we made a while ago? Yeah, you can get that out and then we can add some of that to the bread. We're just going to be slicing up this mozzarella and we're going to be adding it to our bruschetta. This was so good. I like it a little toasty, so I threw it back in the oven and made sure it was a little toasty. Now, you can add your tomatoes here, or you could have added the tomatoes before to make the whole thing toasty. It depends on what you want. I mean, I even saw someone did a bruschetta with canned tomatoes. Good Lord. So you can really make this your own. Don't forget to add more nanapillas because it is amazing. Here's where I add the fresh basil. Yum, yum. Don't forget to do that yourself. And that is pretty much it. Like, this is a lovely appetizer if you're going to have friends over for a glass of wine or if you're making someone a homemade dinner. Enjoy, friends. Let me know in the comments if you make your own bruschetta and what you do.